Sports presents Benning Bites with Damon Benning. Benning Bites with Damon Benning.
Another episode of Benning Bites, and it's a lot going on. Apparently, we lit a little better. We lit a little bit of a firestorm yesterday, talking about quarterbacks and moving the target and who gets recruited and who doesn't. And listen, I'm not compromising. It's kind of what I believe, man. And it would be different if we didn't have a track record of it. What do we fall in love with? We fall in love with arm strength and mobility and times and this, that, and the other. And especially at the quarterback spot, look at the top quarterbacks that have gone in the draft that people have taken a reach on because it was about talent. And we keep making the same mistake over and over and over again. The Achilles Smiths, the Ryan Leafs, and we'll see what happens with Zach Wilson. But they're just guys like that. Where Willis in Tennessee, and it's like, wow, the talent, man, the talent. That's our fault. That's our fault in the media. I think that's our fault in the fan base. I think it's our fault as coaches. Because what do we do with quarterback recruitment? Well, if we're recruiting this guy over here at the quarterback spot, we won't recruit this guy over here because we don't want this and we don't want that, and they're the top this and they're the top that. And I'm like, guys, gals, you see what we're doing here? We're perpetuating the madness because we make excuses. And quarterbacks just play the game. Why do so many hit the transfer portal? Now, I know the Elite 11 has gotten better in terms of their synopsis and forecasting the number one players in the country and this, that, and the other. But we're coming off of years of Quinn Ewers and Arch Manning. And Ewers, it's still up for debate. But Arch Manning, we'll see. But it's because of where we've been. Now, the C.J. Strouds and Bryce Young's, guys like that, hey, they're starting to pan out. The track record since 18-19 has been a little bit better in terms of number ones. But it's because we give them a different set of rules, and I'm not sure why. Because what they need to win isn't, you don't compromise. It's not just talent. Josh Allen is super talented. Patrick Mahomes is super talented. But why can't Allen beat Mahomes? It's not just teams, it's who's Mahomes been longer than Josh Allen? I mean, you tell me. Joe Burrow isn't what you'd build in a lab physically, but he's Joe Cool for a reason. Is Breeze what you'd build? Is Tom Brady what you'd build physically? Look at the quarterbacks that are playing in Super Bowls. What we hear about Stafford, oh, man, great talent, but can't get over the hump, turns the ball over too much, does this, does that. Were the Rams just that superior? I mean, you can split hairs there, but that's still the same Matt Stafford that was in Detroit the year previous. Did anybody watch golf this year with Detroit, with Campbell and that offensive staff? Look like a completely different quarterback. Still the same talent. But we keep changing the rules and the narratives for quarterbacks. And the catalyst was this. Listen, if you think DK, if you think Danny can play over at Bellevue West, then that's a guy you want. Even though that you're waiting on Dylan Raiola as another guy you want. But don't make it about star rankings. Well, this guy's a this and this guy's that. Listen, if you think a guy can play and he can help you win games, and he has what you want that fits your program, then you go get that guy. I don't think you make a ton of different rules, right? You guys would laugh me off my own show if I said, oh, man, I got a son, but geez, he's looking at the safeties and wide receivers they're recruiting, and he doesn't want to go there. You guys would laugh at me. Oh, he doesn't like competition, huh? And you know you would. But with quarterbacks, it's different. Why? The criteria in which you need to win is similar, if not exponentially more on display than the other position groups. Oh, but let a running back leave because the running back room is crowded. He doesn't like competition. Quarterbacks, though, we're cool with it. Why? I don't know. I know I'm not. Give me the guy that wins games. 3 qualities. Toughness, competition, can handle adversity. Find those 3 things, you give yourself a chance to win. However you get us, make sure you do it. Hurrdat, great place. Apple, Google, Spotify. Make sure you watch us on Coffee and Cream on 590. Get us at KFOR at 9 o'clock in Lincoln when it gets to be 9 o'clock. But make sure you're a part of what we're doing. We love to have you. Can't do it without you. It's another episode of Benning Bites.